Alright guys, so welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys, I'm sorry about the AC in the background. It is really hot in LA today. It's around like 86 or 89. I'm not sure how high we are, but it is pretty warm. So I have the AC on, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm going to be showing you guys how to do, this video is mostly going to be focused on skin, complexion, that kind of stuff. I really got inspired because I just watched the Desi Perkins and the Makeup Shayla collaboration with Sir John, which is Beyonce's makeup artist, and he actually dropped a lot of info, a lot of wisdom. He's a very cool person, amazing makeup artist, and he just really inspired me to do this video. And I really wanted to show you guys because overall what I took in from what he showed on the videos was more than anything techniques. So it wasn't even the products that I changed. I'm using all the same products, it's just the technique that I'm changing in order to get a different outcome, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to be putting in some of the things that he said. Not everything that I'm showing you is going to be exactly what he said. I'm just showing you because actually a couple of days ago I tried out this routine that did involve some of the tips that he put out, or just kind of things that he did on, you know, his client's makeup. So I just wanted to come on here and show you guys my take on that. And it actually worked out. It was like 86, 89 degrees on that day. I did have a very long day that day. When I came home, it still looked really good. My skin still looked really good. So I wanted to come on here and show you guys that routine because I did like it, and it is an everyday kind of routine. If you want to add some eyeshadow, you can. I'm not going to today. I'm just going to be focusing on skin. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so I've already started by washing my face. I always feel like just kind of refreshing your face. If you shower and you wash your face in the shower, cool, go ahead and do that. But I'm not gonna shower yet today. That sounds kind of weird, but I haven't showered yet. So what I just decided to do is I do have some like oils in my skin because parts of my skin tend to be very oily, especially around my forehead. So it just kind of refreshes my skin to wash my face with a daily cleanser. So I went ahead and did that, and now I'm going to go in with some toner. I'm going to go in with the Rose Essence Toner. And yeah, this is what it looks like. I got it at a Japanese store at the Westfield Mall. And I'm just putting some on my hand, rubbing my hands together, and then just kind of spreading it all over my face. And then after that, I just like to go in while the toner is drying on my skin. I like to go in with some chapstick. This one is the Vaseline Lip Therapy Rose Lips for Soft Pink Lips. This is what it looks like. A tiny little Vaseline container. And I'm just putting that over my lips to keep my lips hydrated. And after the toner, I'm going to go in with some moisturizer. This is my Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer. This is what that looks like. I use this every day after I shower because that's usually when I wash my face, when I'm in the shower. So I just come out and I do this same routine. So I'm just putting on the moisturizer everywhere on my face. And one of the things that he did recommend doing, it's a good idea to use your fingers whenever you're doing your makeup. And I tried it out. Turned out it is a good idea. So I finished with the moisturizer, and then I'm gonna go in with my Mario Badescu Skincare facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. This is what that looks like. And this is actually good for your skin overall. Also as a setting spray, refresher, all that. So I just spray that on, let it dry really quickly. And then another thing that I'm going to go in with is jojoba oil. I got this one off of Amazon. They're pretty cheap. And what he said is that you do need to make sure to keep this area of your face very hydrated because it does tend to dry up, and the skin up here is really, really thin, kind of like the skin on your lips. So you really need to take care of it. So I'm just going in with my finger like this. So I'm not even like getting that much, just kind of making sure I have a little bit of it on my finger. And then using my ring finger, I'm just tapping it kind of putting it right underneath the eyes. And don't worry about it being like oily, because we are gonna be putting a little bit of powder in that area. So after I've done that, I'm gonna go into my foundation. And that's what I mean when I say that I'm not changing any of the products that I'm using. I'm using the same products I use all the time when I do like a beat or like an Instagram beat, or like the usual makeup artist beat that you see on YouTube. So I'm using those same products. So usually I go in with my Maybelline foundation. This one is in the shade Natural Beige. This is the Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation, and this is what that looks like. The shade is 220. So I'm gonna go in with that, and I'm also gonna be going in with some concealer. This is gonna be the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this is in the shade Natural. So this is what that looks like. And then to contour my face a little bit, I am going to be going in with another LA Girl product. This is the Pro Conceal, and this is in the shade Fawn. And I'm just going to make sure to keep most of the products liquid, or as many products as I can. It's whatever I use every day. I recommend pulling out a makeup wipe. These are from Walgreens. These are makeup remover wipes. They're really good. And I just have one handy because we are going to be using our fingers to put on our makeup. So you're just going to have to be wiping your fingers as you go. So I'm going to start off with my eyebrows. The first product that I'm going to be using is going to be the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Frame and Set. This one is in the shade Deep Brunette 215. So that's what that looks like. And it comes with a little spoolie. With the other end is an angled brush, so you can go ahead and do your brows. So I'm just gonna go in with that. I'm not going really heavy or changing the shape of my brows. And most of my sparseness is actually towards the end of my brows, so that's where I'm focusing most of the product. Alright, so I did the other brow, and now I'm going to go in. I'm going to do my foundation. So, like I said, I'm going in with the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation. I'm just going to do about a pump and a half. Alright, and I'm just going to go in with my fingers. So, I'm just tapping it with my ring finger and then putting it all over my face. One of the things that doing this also does is limiting the excess amount of product that you might be placing on your face. So that way you don't look too cakey, or it doesn't look like too much. Oh my god, it looks so light on the camera. Ew. Alright, whatever. We're here. Okay, so I wiped off the foundation that I had on my fingers, and I'm just gonna start by kind of pouncing and at the same time like spreading the foundation all over my face, especially with my ring finger, but I'm also going in a little bit with my middle finger. Another reason why I made sure to only place the oil where the under eyes is not only because that part needs to stay the most hydrated, but also because if I were to place it anywhere else on my face, it would cause me to break out, because that's just how my face is. So I'm going to TJ for a week to go see my dad. And this is what I do now. So I already like spread it out wherever I needed it to go. And now I'm just kind of tapping it into the skin so that it melts and really goes into the places that I want it to be. So I'm just gonna double check it with my mirror here. And then just gonna wipe off the product from my fingers. And now we're gonna go into the concealer. So for the concealer, like I said, I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is gonna be, I'm actually gonna change it. This was a shade Natural, but I'm actually gonna go in with the shade Creamy Beige. This is just one shade darker. And I'm just gonna place that into the eyes, or into the eyes, underneath the eyes. And I'm not gonna use that much of this product. So usually I would drag it out, right? But today I'm not. Just keeping it there. I'm also gonna put it here. I'm also gonna bring it down the nose, the lip, or Cupid's bow, the chin. And then I have some darkness on the outer corners of my lips, so I'm just gonna make sure to put them there.
So we're gonna go here. And we're just gonna make sure to go right underneath the eye.
Then using this technique also makes it feel so much less like heavy on your skin and a lot more like natural. I was walking around forgetting I had makeup on, which is also a nice, you know, feeling, because sometimes when you're walking around with a full beat, you're kind of having to remind yourself not to touch your face or not to do certain things, or am I oily, am I this, am I that, you know? And with this, it would just not something I had to worry very much about. See, so it's blending into the foundation very seamlessly, and also it doesn't feel very drying or cakey underneath the eyes, mostly because I think because of the oil that I applied underneath my eye. So it still feels very hydrating, even though we put foundation and concealer underneath the eye. So just going in here, blending out right here on the forehead, and then I'm just going to continue to do that. I'm gonna do this everywhere that I place the concealer. Alright, so that's the end of that for the concealer. And actually I'm gonna go in with a little bit of powder. So what he said is that if you blow the powder, well, what he did is he blew on the powder that he was using to set her face, and what he wants it to do is to be like loose and translucent. So he kind of blew into it and it just kind of diffused into the air, so it didn't fall, it wasn't heavy, it wasn't too thick. So I'm gonna go in with my regular foundation powder. I'm going in with my CoverGirl. This is the professional loose powder. This is in the shade 110, and actually what I'm gonna be doing is just going in with a fluffy brush, just the way he did, and I'm just picking up a little bit of that brush, like a very small amount. So I'm picking some up, and then I'm just kind of tapping off the excess. So this is basically what I'm going to be using underneath each eye. So right now I'm going in with this one, and I'm just setting it. So this is what I meant when I said that you don't have to worry about it being oily or being too shiny underneath the eye because of the oil that we applied, but you're going in with a powder to set it. Even though it's a very light amount of powder, it still does the job. Doesn't make you look cakey, makes your skin look like skin. Looks really good. And honestly, it looks really good in person and probably on camera. I haven't tried it out on camera, so I don't really know, but hopefully it looks good too. And I'm just setting that part. And the thing is that because it's a matte foundation, it like dries just enough and you don't actually have to set it, if you know what I mean. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put a little bit on my forehead because that's where I get oily the most, and I'm just kind of keeping it on the center of my forehead. I'm just kind of gonna very lightly. He also said that it's better to keep your hand at the end of the brush, so that's what I'm doing, just making sure to keep light hand. My nose tends to get a little oily too, so I'm gonna make sure to set that a little more. So forehead for me, nose, underneath the eyes, and actually a little bit around the smile lines for me too. And now I'm just gonna contour the face a little bit. Like I said, I'm going in with my Pro Conceal from LA Girl. This is in the shade Fawn, and I'm actually gonna be using my fingers to make sure to spread this out as well. So I'm gonna be placing those areas that I contour. So going in here, little baby hairs, getting in the way. And then I'm going in here, putting a little bit here. Cause I got a 5 head, not a 4 head, I got a 5 head. Here. You guys should really check out their videos. His character, no matter who he interacts with, even like when he interacted with Desi and when he interacted with Shayla, his personality still comes through, and that's one of the things that he actually says is key for being successful at what he does, is just being himself. And I think that's something really important, and I think it's crazy that he's so successful and he's speaking out on something like that. I feel like most people don't really speak out on that. Like, they basically just tell you, like, you know, the basic stuff, like work hard, stay consistent, which is, you know, it's true, but at the same time, you just, ooh, I think I bought a little too much. You want to make sure that you're also hearing that you can be yourself and still be successful, and I think that's really important as well. So I really liked him. I hope one day I get to work with him. That would be amazing. Anyway, so I'm going back in with my ring finger, and I'm just gonna go in and blend out these contours. Alright guys, so my camera died. I needed to charge my battery for a little bit real quick. So what I did is I just went in and blended out the contour that I put on my face using my fingers. So everywhere I put it on the bottom part of my lip, the center of my cupid's bow, the outermost parts of my upper lip, because I like to make sure that my lips pop. That's just my thing. You guys don't have to do that. I also contoured the side of my cheeks and the outer perimeter of my forehead. So now I'm gonna go in and I'm going to contour my face a little bit more just to set that in place. I'm gonna go in with a very fluffy brush. He said that that is very necessary, and he doesn't like to go in linear strokes, but rather circular strokes. So just kind of really lightly applying the product onto the face. So I'm going in with a very fluffy brush. This is from Sonia Kashuk collection. I've had it for a really long time. They sell these at Target, so you guys can go ahead and feel free to check those out. And I'm actually gonna go in with my NYX professional makeup because he did state that it is better to go in with a more taupey shade to further contour the face, because of the shade that I already applied to my face is actually already warm toned. So I'm just gonna go in with a taupey shade to further contour it so that it looks more like a shadow. And he actually said that the taupey shades absorb light, so when you're taking pictures and there's flash or really strong lights like I have right in front of me right now, it absorbs the light and it makes it look like a very nice blend. So, you know, whatever he says, that's what we're gonna go with. So this is what it looks like, the palette that I have for the contouring. And I'm gonna go in with I think, looking at these, the most taupey one would be this one or this one. I think these might be a little more for bronzing. Yeah, so these are for sculpting and hollow. So sculpt and hollow. This one is tan and toffee. So I'm gonna go in with Sculpt, and I'm just gonna get a little bit that on my brush. I'm just gonna go into the same place that I applied the concealer and just kind of blend that into the skin. Yep, so there it is. There's already a shadow there. Wow, that looks nice. Okay, so I'm just gonna further place that on my face, put it on the outer corners of the forehead. And like I said, it's only really techniques, because if you notice, I mean, he has a lot more high-end products that he was using on them, but I'm using drugstore products. And as I said before, it's about the technique, because when he said about the taupey shade for like the contouring or the blending of the face, he pulled out a MAC eyeshadow and I don't have MAC. I only have one lipstick, and that's because I got it for free when I went to BeautyCon. So yeah. But I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna contour my face. So I'm actually gonna be using the same brush that I used for the setting powder, which is just fluffy brush. Oh no, I'm wearing a white shirt. Okay, and I'm just going in with that same shade that I just used to contour my cheeks. And I'm just gonna use that to contour my nose. So that's that. And then I don't have, he uses a cream blush as a base for a powder blush, or actually I think he just uses a cream blush. I don't have any cream blushes, so I'm not gonna go in with a cream blush. That's what he says, so if you want to do that and you have one, go ahead. Do your thing. But I'm just gonna go with my regular Milani powder blush. This is in the shade Tea Rose 08. This is what it looks like. It's just a light pink blush, and I'm gonna go in with that same brush that I used to contour my face, the same fluffy brush. I'm just gonna make sure to place that on the apples and my cheeks. Give my face a little more life. Ooh, a lot of life. It looks darker on the camera, but just get a little bit off of it. I'm just putting a little bit on my nose just so that it looks like I've been kissed by the sun. So just the bridge of my nose. I just think it looks cute. I'm just doing whatever is left over on the brush, bringing it up to the forehead. And then I'm gonna go in and highlight my face. So before I do that though, I always like to go in with my rose water that I used before I put on anything on my skin. So now I'm just gonna use it to set my face. And I'm just gonna go in with my Milani Strobe Light. This is in the shade Sun Glow 03. It's like a golden highlight. I'm just gonna pack that on, and he did say to keep the highlight on the higher points of the face rather than in the front of the face. So we're just gonna make sure to focus it over here. I went ahead, did my mascara, curled my lashes, did my mascara, and then for the mascara I just used the Revlon Volume Amazing Mascara. This is the one I used. Really good mascara. And then for the lashes, I just went in with my Kiss lashes. These are the Naked Collection lashes, and these are in the style chiffon, so it's not on here, but this is what the package looks like. They're already on my eyes, so these are one of my favorite lashes to use, especially when I'm doing an everyday look. I just feel like it gives you like a really sweet natural look, so I really like these. Do recommend them, and they're like pretty cheap. I think they're like $6 or something like that. So now I'm just gonna go in and do my lips So the day that I did this, that I tried this look out the first time, I went in with the shade, or the lip pencil by Morphe in the shade Honeymoon, and it's kind of just a natural like brown lip pencil, and I kind of want to go a little bit darker today. I don't know why, I'm just feeling it. So I'm just gonna go in with the NYX lip pencil. This is in the shade Brown. I know I always use it, but I don't think I've ever used it by itself though. So I'm just gonna go in and line my lips, and I'm also gonna fill them all the way in. And then I feel like, I don't think he mentioned it in the video, but I feel like he, oh, this is low-key dark, huh? Oh well. I feel like he went in with like one of these brushes to like brush the edge out so that it doesn't look so like heavy. You know, like one of those moments where you're watching a video and they're not like explaining what they're doing, but they just keep doing something on the camera. That's when I noticed it, because I think he was talking to Desi and then he was putting on lip liner and then he kind of like brushed it up. So this is low-key kind of dark for me, but I think it looks kind of cute. I don't know, I'm just gonna stick with it. Never do this, so I might as well stick with it now. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope you guys learned a lot. Like I said before, and probably throughout the video a million times, is it doesn't really matter the products, the price of the products that you use. Obviously, yes, you know, we have to agree on the fact that if you buy makeup from the 99-cent store and compare it to even something you can find in a drugstore, there's going to be a difference in the quality of the product. But another thing that is very big is the technique. So try it out. You don't have to spend a lot of money on makeup in order to look good. Half of the products that I used today were like $5, maybe a little more. A lot of my products are from Walgreens. My lashes are from Walgreens. My foundation I got at Walgreens. Actually, I think all of the products that I used today were from Walgreens. So don't be scared to use makeup. And like I said before, and like he stated in the videos that he collaborated with, just be yourself and make sure that you just keep doing what you do and just practice, because that's what makes you good at your craft. As long as you love what you're doing, everything will be okay. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel. Let me know how you guys feel about this look, and if you guys try out these techniques or the way that I did my routine today, try it out. Send me some pictures or tag me. Let me know how you feel about it, and if you made any changes or recommendations, comment down below and let me know how you feel or what they are. So I will be seeing you guys soon in my next video, and I love you guys. Bye. The skin, it looks really good, honestly, guys. Like, let me see if I can show you guys what it looks like. Can you guys even, can you tell? Like it looks cute. Anyway,